Whoop.
Oh my god, oh my god. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Have a daughter. 2, I would be heartbroken if she wanted to get her body done at 19.
When somebody makes a Photoshop whoopsie, who's there to hold them accountable? We are. So like many other celebrities, Kim Kardashian stepped out in style at the 2024 Vanity Fair Oscars party earlier this year. And sharing a series of photos to her Instagram page afterwards, she posed in a custom Balenciaga gown. She paired it with black heels, black sunglasses. She looked very fab. On her Insta story, she went on to share a couple more snaps from, once again, the iconic Vanity Fair event. There was heaps of A-listers. We're talking Sofia Vergara, Demi Lovato, and then later on, fans were given a much closer look inside the party thanks to the New York Times. They had a series of exclusive photos from the event that were captured by photographer V. Nina Westervelt. Remember that name, folks. They posted a carousel of photos of celebs from all circles: Billie Eilish, Sydney Sweeney, Christopher Nolan, Ice Spice, and of course, Kim. And while Kim looked stunning in Westervelt's photo, fans quickly pointed out that she looked noticeably different in comparison to the pictures that she'd shared herself from the same night. So if you don't know, Kim has previously admitted that she does edit and approve all images taken by her personal paparazzi, the ones she hired in 2019 before they're shared publicly. So taking to the comments of the New York Times photos, one person joked, "Unedited photo of Kim, she's gonna hate this." Somebody else said, somebody forgot to touch up the Kardashian photo. It's nice to see them in real lighting with human features though. And hey, maybe it's a shock to see them in motion and without their own edits like real people, and just overall, ouch. Want some ice for that burn? Now this all actually came around about a year after another seemingly unedited photo of Kim surfaced online, with fans at that time, a year ago, pointing out how different she looked, once again, in comparison to her own Insta page. So if you didn't know, back in March 2023, model Leonie Hen shared a photo with Kim that didn't appear to be edited. And a lot of folks were like, "Hey Kim, what's going on? Why are we doing this? These two things don't look alike." Even though if we were playing a game of like match 2, they're supposed to be the same. In December of 2020, Jennifer Lopez made headlines when she insisted that the secret to her flawless complexion is olive oil. So she spoke out ahead of the launch of her JLo Beauty skincare range, with products such as her That JLo Glow Serum, a sunscreen, a dietary supplement, a face mask, a cleanser, and Wonder Cream, all formulated with the kitchen staple. Speaking to news outlets at the time, she said, she was praising olive oil. She's like, "It's a secret I've used over the years because it really does work." And she went on to encourage people to be very vigilant with sunscreen, which that's been proven to be good. And she did explain that one of the big things she would encourage everybody to do from the time they're really young, maybe young, is wear sunscreen every day. That's a big skincare secret that people kind of do but don't do. People use moisturizers but they don't put on sunscreen every day. And she said that's something she's done from the time she was 22. But here's the thing. Sure, wear sunscreen, absolutely, I can't praise this enough. But going back to that whole olive oil thing, so there's an eagle-eyed fan that spotted more than one way that Jennifer maintains her super smooth and glowing skin in videos and photos. Thank you TikTok user at Need the Deets, because they exposed the trick when they uploaded a clip from one of Jennifer's social media posts, which highlighted the moment an apparent filter glitched. Literally, they said wait for the filter to fall off to see JLo's real skin texture. So this was a video that was a promotion for sport water, and in the footage, Jennifer looks absolutely flawless. She's talking about going to the gym, but sure enough, at one point she leans closer to the camera and her skin looks much less fake. Now she quickly readjusts herself just like I did, making the glitch a blink and you'll miss it moment, but viewers still found the filter slip up kind of hilarious. Like somebody said, the way she jumps back when she realizes, and somebody else said, I love how the filter deactivated on telling, literally snitched on cue. And a lot of folks online argued that it really isn't appropriate for JLo to digitally enhance her skin when she's selling skincare products. They're like, y'all, she sells skincare. Of course it's wrong to use filters. And somebody else joked, when she tells everyone it's olive oil and it's really a filter. And also JLo's been very adamant about one thing. So sure, it might not be olive oil, but allegedly it's not Botox either. Apparently she was encouraged to use Botox when she was in her early 20s. But she said, and I quote, "I haven't ever had Botox to this day. I'm not that person, I don't have anything against people doing that. It's just not my thing. I'm more about a natural approach to skincare." Okay, you know what, go on. Explain to me how filters are natural. I'll wait. I'm guilty of using them, but at least I'm honest about it. In 2023, Khloe Kardashian shared a glamorous photo on Instagram. It was like September, and she was almost unrecognizable to her millions of followers. So she captioned this photo, "Old photo but I like it." She had this super high blonde ponytail, bold eyebrows, and in an attempt to tone down the hate from people who were like, "You got a whole new face," she turned off the comments on the highly filtered picture. Now yes, she has confessed to digitally amending her photos in the same way she throws on makeup, gets her nails done, or wears a pair of heels to present herself to the world the way she wants to be seen, and she will continue to be unapologetic about it, just like her sister, just like more family members we're gonna get to in a moment, but like, girl, if you're unrecognizable. To finish off the Kardashian-Jenner family, the matriarch, Kris Jenner, she's been caught drastically editing her photos over the years, with I think the most famous example perhaps being when she shared a heavily filtered photo of herself with Gordon Ramsay. We know this photo, come on folks. In the photo, Gordon was almost unrecognizable after his trademark forehead wrinkles were suspiciously smoothed out as he posed next to a similarly unblemished Kris. The two of them were like glowing. Now the situation was made all the more awkward when Gordon shared his own unedited photo that revealed both of their natural faces. Let's see. Oh, 2022. Kris notoriously deleted her birthday tribute to somebody after she accidentally included an unedited photo of herself with Kim in the post. And the fans were like, hey, what's going on? But here's the thing. I think the filtering reached new levels last year when Kris shared a video of herself that was so bad, people thought it was AI generated. So technically, makeup artist Samara Kuzami is the one who shared the footage, but it also appeared on Kris's main grid and in the feeds of anybody who followed her. So set over the audio of a Keeping Up with the Kardashians clip, the video shows Kris smiling for the camera and was captioned, "The momager, Kris Jenner for today's #glam." Well, her skin was unnaturally smooth, completely wrinkle-free, and a lot of folks were like, hey, Kris, embrace your age, this filter is ridiculous. Somebody else echoed, WTF, this is the fakest filter ever. A third asked, what the is happening, that's not her face, and just the filter was too much. Like, come on, you're not fooling anybody, it's just ridiculous. On December 25th of 2022, Paula Abdul shared some photos from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star's home, where she mingled with celebrity guests and danced the night away, with Paris Hilton serving as a DJ. And she captioned this little photo, "At Kathy Hilton always throws the most fabulous holiday party. Merry Christmas, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day relaxing, celebrating, and surrounded by friends and family. Sending you lots of love and holiday cheer." Real cute, really great. So we've got Paula Abdul and Kathy Hilton. Now, a lot of people noticed really fast that Paula Abdul was looking pretty different in these photos. And this entire Instagram post went on to be dubbed a Photoshop fail, and fans were like, we have things to say. So, look. People said that Paula looked like a completely different person. That's how bad the Photoshop was. Somebody else added they didn't realize it was her. A third person asked if the account got hacked. It didn't look like Paula. Now, granted, she did look like herself a bit more in some of the photos that didn't have Kathy Hilton. There was one with Heidi Klum where she very much looked like herself. It's just really sad to see. Photoshop and filters are all cute for social media, but like, if I can't recognize you in real life, when is enough enough? I'm talking about the Kardashian family, Lil' Kim, and so many more. So back in August of 2022, TikTok user at Caroline in the City accused Kim Kardashian of photoshopping the trapezius muscle around her neck and shoulders in a photo promoting her collaboration with Beats by Dre. To expose the alleged edit, the TikTok influencer reverse photoshopped the picture to highlight that doing so made some distortion in the pool water behind our lovely girl look more normal. Let's see. This isn't the only instance, folks, of some photo flubs. Earlier this year, fans noticed that Kim's cell phone was warped in a mirror selfie she shared, which is a telltale sign Photoshop has been involved. The photo is false. Back in 2019, Kourtney Kardashian was caught photoshopping a photo of herself. Followers were like, hey, where's your thigh, girl? And these edits aren't just in photos. She was found very guilty of using a filter that made her face thinner in an Insta video back in 2021. This was a photo where she was promoting her makeup range, and a lot of folks were like, hey, the walls behind you kind of concave, and your door has changed shape. So unless you're doing some remodeling on the go, we're in trouble. But here's the thing, and here's where, this is kind of why we're talking about them today. The filters extend past the social media. They go beyond. These filters have been used on like NBC. Apparently, they manipulated Kim's face during an appearance on The Tonight Show. So like if you look at a, let's say, red carpet photo or a candid versus that, oh my goodness. Instagram account at Problematic Fame was formed to spread awareness on all of this, on how Instagram can impact beauty standards, and they're pretty well known for highlighting celebrity Photoshop and editing fails, and I'm really grateful to them. So they shared a selection of screen grabs that they'd taken of Kim throughout the episode, and I was like, hey, there's some inconsistencies in her face. So in one grab, there is natural creasing around Kim's eyes, some blemishes on her skin, but then flash forward, her skin's now flawless. It's incredibly smooth. I get it, a blurring filter is cute. I've used it. My foundation is not always this good. But like having your face softened and slightly out of focus all the time, that's just unrealistic. Now these photos hit Reddit, and that's where a lot of people like to debate things, and a lot of folks were disappointed that Kim's true appearance is being hidden from fans. Somebody said, and I quote, "I don't get it, because she looks so pretty even when you can see her zit. I would never edit if I had that face." And another added, and this is the comment that really stood out to me, "Her body dysmorphia is insane. Sis, stop with the filters and plastic surgery and go to therapy." Somebody else added, "Do you think we as media consumers ever see her real face? Or is it always filtered in one way or another?" Now folks, you're gonna kind of laugh about this. Kim was literally on the show to promote her new skincare line. And I get it, you want your skin to look perfect when you're promoting skincare, but it needs to be realistic. Not perfectly flawless, not Instagram perfect. You want it to be something that people can actually attain? Or either I'm just talking out of my Somebody else really said, and I quote, "Folks should not be allowed to edit all their images and videos and TV appearances. The Kardashian family, their brand is their looks, and it's just a complete lie when you look at it like this." In January of 2022, eagle-eyed fans were like, "Hey, Khloe Kardashian, you're photoshopping your photos too," and like to a big extent. So she had a photo of her daughter True at Disneyland with her cousin, and people had questions. Don't worry, we'll get to the faces in a moment, folks. So she did admit to the botched editing job 3 months later when she accidentally shared that she was taking her family to the magical theme park for the first time, and when everybody was like, "Hey, girl, what?" She came clean. She was like, "Oh no, I have this one up. Let's focus on something else." And it's like, okay, that is such a non-statement, but whatever. Well, let's go back to last year, 2023. She shared this glam photo on Insta, and she was unrecognizable. Okay, almost unrecognizable, but you get my point. She said, and I quote, "Old photo, but I like it." This was a photo of herself with a super high blonde ponytail, bold eyebrows, and in an attempt to tone down the hate from people who were like, "Girl, you've got a whole new face," she turned off comments, which like, I know, you know, if you turn off comments, it means you don't want people to be speculating, or you want people to speculate, but you don't want to see it. Because she's confessed to digitally altering her photos in, and I quote, "the same way I throw on some makeup, get my nails done, or wear a pair of heels to present myself to the world the way I want to be seen, and it's exactly what I will continue to do unapologetically." I get it. I do. I understand altering your images to fit your view of it. But you kind of have to remember that you gotta show you at the end of it, or else your brain is not gonna be great. Trust me. Been there. So Lil' Kim is another celebrity whose face has looked drastically different at a lot of times in her life, and we've got to talk about it. So her team did speak out at one point because apparently a blog post was saying some things they didn't like, and they said, and I quote, "We would like to inform fans, the media, and the general public that this is nothing more than the blog site doing its best to conjure up much needed publicity, and what a better way to do so than to take an American music icon and create a fictitious platform in which to disrespect and humiliate. We at Team Lil' Kim are not taking this lying down, and we are taking this matter very seriously." So sure, her team did dismiss rumors of plastic surgery, but like the heavily filtered photos, the way her face has been completely pulled in, So I turned to the internet, did some looking up, and there's a couple of plastic surgeons that had opinions. One, Dr. Jennifer Levine, thinks that Lil' Kim's had a lot done. She said it's very clear there's been some skin bleaching, she's probably used chemicals, which contain very high doses of acids on her face, combined with high acid creams to lighten her skin, and they're pretty sure she's had her facial features altered. Her eyes, folks. The eyes aren't just the windows to the soul. Things don't always stay that tight. Now, Lil' Kim did open up about a nose job during a radio interview back in 2005. She explained that somebody had broken her nose by force, and the surgery was done afterwards to restore her appearance. But I'm sorry, your face doesn't get that pulled in just from a nose job. Or, I don't know what I'm talking about. Australian supermodel Miranda Kerr kinda had a bit of a whoopsie a couple of years back. She tried to deny that she knowingly posted a photoshopped image of herself, and people called her out for it. So I think it was like 2013, she uploaded a photo of herself and some model friends. They were backstage at the 2012 Victoria's Secret fashion show, and she wanted to wish everybody good luck on the 2013 show. Like she captioned it, "Sending love and best wishes to the angels from Japan, XXX, kisses, hugs, we love it." Well, the photo kinda went viral. Look, she's got 2.6 million Instagram followers, or something along those lines. And a lot of folks were like, hey, you've modified this. Like, she had posted that photo the year before, and now all of a sudden, her entire body is more narrow, her facial features are more defined, and like, sure, alright. She went online and was like, no, I just like It is what it is. Now, while a lot of fans continue to berate the model for the mistake, a lot of folks were like, oh my gosh, no worries, it was an honest mistake, people just like to hate. And it's like, no, people are just observant and they're gonna call you out for really altering yourself like that because it's not healthy. So at one time, Mickey Rourke was arguably the most devastatingly handsome actor in Hollywood. Like, he was a latter-day James Dean or Marlon Brando. But years of alterations and photoshopping have gradually left him in a very interesting way of looking. More of a character actor moment. Maybe we thought early on that his acting would be more important to him than his looks, but it looks like somewhere along the timeline, his vanity got the better of him, and I don't know, man. Like, sure, over decades as an amateur boxer before he went to New York to pursue his acting, he clearly managed to avoid getting his nose busted in. It was around 1990 when he decided to start playing facial fun. Like, when you look at all the facelifts he's had, the way his forehead used to be so expressive and now it's very like smooth and shiny. It looks like a balloon. He can't smirk anymore. Once again, the eyes, folks. His eyes are pinched. The crow's feet, gone. The eyebrows don't move. It's just not it.
Next up, we have Eva Mendes. Fans accuse the actress of looking unrecognizable when she visited the Today Show on March 26th. She was talking about her latest business venture, but people couldn't help but notice that her face looks very different from only a few years ago. All the comments under that video were about her new appearance, with people writing things like, too much Botox and stop with the filler. But thankfully, there were also a lot of people who came to her defense. One comment said, "There is nothing wrong with her face, people. It's called aging and she is doing so gracefully." So that could be the simple explanation. After all, Eva Mendes has not admitted to going under the knife. The only thing she talked about was getting a monothread procedure in 2020. In a now deleted Instagram post, she shared a picture of herself with several needles injected under her jaw. The star got mixed reactions from her fans for that one, which is probably why she took the post down. But clearly people are still drawing attention to her looks and claiming that she's had way too much filler on the lower half of her face. Speaking of filler, fans have also been accusing Emily Blunt of going too far, saying that she has now completely botched her face. Of course, they are being way too harsh considering that Emily has been in the spotlight for more than 20 years now, and it's only natural that she's looking a little different. After taking some time off in 2022, the actress hit the red carpet for the premiere of Oppenheimer the following year. And of course, fans were quick to notice that she had a whole new face shape. Although she still looked beautiful, her face was noticeably fuller and rounder instead of long and narrow. Her lips were also looking plumper than ever if you compare them to 2018. While Emily has yet to respond to these accusations, she has commented publicly on plastic surgery in the past. During a 2019 interview, she hinted that she did not like the idea of surgery because she loves imperfection. She said, "In Hollywood, people are suffocated by plastic surgery, but striving for an impassive perfection isn't something I ever found beautiful or have tried to achieve myself," which is a great way to look at it. Another celeb that might share a similar view now is Courtney Cox, who you might recognize from Friends. She has been quite vocal about regretting getting cosmetic work done. Courtney Cox shared in a 2016 appearance on Running Wild with Bear Grylls that she regretted getting filler done. She shared part of her reasoning as to why she got cosmetic work in the first place, saying, "Getting older is not the easiest." The Friends star went on to say that she had learned her lesson and was simply grateful the work she'd had done were things that could dissolve and go away. She even acknowledged that the overly filled look wasn't her best look. She still felt this way years later. In 2022, she did an interview with the Sunday Times in which similar sentiments were echoed, and the actress said she would never do the cosmetic work now. Some might argue that Kylie Jenner getting her famous pout was amazing for her, and others stand firmly on the side that it was a big mistake. Kylie's lip injections were, and still are, a hot topic, especially considering Kylie's most well-known makeup product from her brand were her lip kits. The marketing of said lip kits suggested to buyers that using them would give you the look Kylie had. Of course, that wasn't true for everybody. The lip injections were a good thing for the star because they were her trademark feature for a long time. Her lip kits, they would sell out within hours of a drop. However, some would argue the injections hurt the star more than they helped. Kylie's lips became the focus of plenty of internet bullying. Then, the false promise of getting Kylie lips with the lip kits had some people claiming the reality TV star was causing her younger younger audience to feel insecure. Turns out, even Kylie might agree. In a 2016 interview with Allure, Kylie shared that she definitely made her lips a little too big at one point. She did continue sharing the reason why she felt the need to get the cosmetic procedure in the first place, saying, "I got excited and felt like I needed to do a lot. And then her family was like, Kylie, you need to chill. And then I had to go back and have it fixed, and it was a crazy process. Thank God I didn't end up on Botched." While Kylie regrets going overboard, she does not regret getting the filler. Though years later, Kylie has shared a new regret about getting work done, and it's regarding her kids. She shared that she hopes her daughter, Stormy, doesn't feel the need to get work done in the future just because her mom did. Kenny Rogers has had quite a few cosmetic procedures done, but accidentally changed his whole image in the process. The country music artist shocked fans all over the world when he revealed a major transformation in the early 2000s. Of the procedures, the ones around his eyes caused the most chatter. Rogers was known for his sweet, gentle appearance, but many say his new look no longer reflects that. Post-procedure, many described Rogers as looking constantly surprised. Fans were confused as to why the star felt the need to get plastic surgery done in the first place, a question Kenny answered in his 2013 memoir, Luck or Something Like It. Rogers shared that he was just trying to keep up with the younger stars in the country music scene and that he wanted a revamp. 2006 was actually the first time he addressed the procedures, commenting on his eye job, saying it was too tight around the eyelids and that it drives him crazy. An interview in 2012 with CBS This Morning had the country crooner revealing that he regrets his decision. He said, "I had the money to do it and I had time off and I regret that, but the truth is, I don't know what I would have looked like if I hadn't done it." Thankfully, he had some friends around to help him find humor in the situation. Dolly Parton apparently used to tease him about it. Khloe Kardashian may have had amazing results with her nose job, but she was less than pleased with the outcomes of the fillers she got in her face. She also implied that she still feels a bit haunted by them. Khloe got fillers in her face in 2015, but didn't admit to getting them until a year later in 2016. This came as a shock to fans since the reality TV star was always so against getting any work done. Speaking on her cosmetic work, Khloe said, "It did not work for me. I looked crazy and I still think the effects are in there. I went to have it dissolved like 3 times. According to health websites, it usually takes 1 to 2 visits to dissolve most fillers, so Khloe must have either gotten a lot or really had been feeling the phantom effects. There might be a reason the fillers did not work super well for her though. Khloe had gotten them just before a major traumatic event in her life, and her doctor later shared with her that her heightened emotions at the time might have impacted the fillers. Khloe shared how she felt about everything now that it's over, saying, "It was a bummer and now I'm afraid to do it again, and I'm almost like, I swear things are still in my face. It's unfortunate she'd had such a horrible experience." Beloved actress Jamie Lee Curtis shared her heartbreaking end to her plastic surgery journey. The actress has shared her thoughts regarding cosmetic procedures many times over the years, once going so far as to say, "I've had a little lipo, I've had a little Botox, and you know what? None of it works. None of it, it's such a fraud, and I'm the one perpetrating it." Those comments came in 2002, but even 2 decades later, Curtis still sticks by her statements, echoing them in other interviews, and even sharing the heartbreaking detail that not only did the procedure not work for her, they made her reliant on a pain reliever for many years. She is doing better now though and has been good for over 20 years. Sharon Osbourne is no stranger to cosmetic work, but one procedure had her comparing herself to various mythical monsters. In 2021, Sharon Osbourne went in for a 5-hour full facelift. For 5 hours, you would expect to come out with exactly what you wanted. Unfortunately, Osbourne received her worst nightmare. In her words, she came out looking like a cyclops because one eye was different to the other. She also compared herself to a mummy since her face was covered in bandages after the extensive procedure. Sharon claims that when she showed her husband Ozzy Osbourne her new look, he said, "I don't care how much it costs, we'll get it redone." It's now years later and Sharon is looking just fine. She did end up going somewhere else to get herself fixed up. The downside with that one though was that she had to wait until her face was fully healed before going back in. Osbourne is known for being very supportive of getting cosmetic work, receiving many surgeries before the facelift. However, the 2021 incident has left its mark. In an April 2023 interview, the star shared the disaster put her off the surgeries and that it now frightens her. She said, "I really pushed it with the last facelift and now I am like, no more." Jennifer Grey's nose job pretty much cost her career. Grey had just starred in Dirty Dancing, that massive hit movie, you may have heard of it. The film was her big break, only after it came out it was rare you saw Grey on the big screen or small screen. It might have something to do with the nose job Grey received in 1989, 2 years after the film was released. When Grey got the nose job, her face looked very different. It's hard to know what your defining feature is until it's gone. Speaking on the nose job and its impact on her career, Grey said, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous. I'll always be the once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job. It's unfortunate that such a promising star felt the need to adjust her appearance and then lose out on opportunities for it." Though Grey wasn't working necessarily as much as she'd hoped, that doesn't mean she wasn't working. She had a few guest appearances on TV shows and even a few TV movies. She also made the excellent decision to go on Dancing with the Stars in 2010 and of course won the competition that year. Maybe the most famous celebrity cosmetic surgery situation was that of Heidi Montag. Montag was an actress in the show The Hills, but she is also known for undergoing 10 surgeries in one day. It happened in 2010 when she was just 23 years old. 2 years after the surgeries, Montag did an interview with Access Hollywood Live where she revealed that she was definitely in way over her head when it came to the cosmetic work. The actress said she initially only wanted a few enhancements and then it got kind of out of hand. Some of the procedures Montag received on her face were a brow lift, Botox, and chin reduction. To make matters worse, Montag feels she wasn't properly prepared or had it explained to her well enough just how much pain she would be in after the procedures. She said, "I wasn't told really the repercussions and what would happen emotionally and physically and the pain I would be in. I was kind of in shock." A good indicator for how bad the experience went for her is that she hasn't received any additional work since then. Almost a decade after it happened, Heidi shared her 32-year-old perspective on the situation with Cosmopolitan, saying, "I was way too young to make such a life-changing decision and was under so much pressure because it was the beginning of comment sections and negativity and hate on the internet." The surgeries, meant to fix these issues, only made them worse, but it looks like the actress has moved on as best she can and is focusing on her current health.
Now starting off, we have Madonna. The pop queen Madonna has never avoided trying out different looks, but when she hit the stage to present an award at the 2023 Grammys, she was unrecognizable to even her most devoted fans. Now, she probably had several dermal filler injections, which involve injecting gel-like materials beneath the skin, which is why she has changed. Now, her use of face fillers produced an inflated appearance that diminished her recognizable characteristics. Now, plastic surgeons weighed in on her appearance, saying that her cheeks have changed significantly, becoming inflated and much fuller. She's lost her signature dimples, also related to using fillers. Her eyebrows were lifted recently, citing her unusually high forehead and above average eyebrows as proof. Now, her changing appearance alarmed fans, who pointed out her strange curves and expressionless face. Even for someone as powerful as Madonna, her story warns about the dangers of overdoing cosmetic procedures. Next is Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman, renowned for her grace and elegance, faced criticism for her altered appearance, which some suspected resulted from facial fillers. Now, her followers' criticisms of her fixed gaze and lack of face mobility overshadowed her natural beauty. Now, despite her expertise and success in Hollywood, Nicole's journey into cosmetic surgeries sparked debate about the difficulties of aging in the entertainment industry. When comparing Nicole Kidman's pre- and post-plastic surgery photographs, some people believe the actress got a facelift to tighten her skin and minimize wrinkles. Now, there have also been rumors that she may have received Botox injections to lessen wrinkles and fine lines. While critics and fans have speculated that she may have undergone several filler procedures, Nicole has never responded to or denied these allegations. Then we have Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna seems to have reduced every single cosmetic surgery she's had done on her body. She removed all her facial filler, as well as went through a breast and butt reduction procedure. Now, she's also changed her name back to Angela White. Now, the 34-year-old used to be known for her exaggerated look, but now she's made some big changes. She spoke to Access Hollywood and opened up about the many procedures she's had over the years and her journey in getting them reversed. 1st. She said, "This is my 5th boob job. I've had liposuction 3 times, I've had fillers, I had butt augmentation," and she explained that she underwent an 8-hour operation to get rid of a 2-liter Coke bottle worth of silicone in her bum. Now that removal resulted in her losing 10 pounds. Now she explained that she was most worried about that particular procedure because she got the work done when she was just 19, but it wasn't performed by a licensed doctor. She said, "This is a regular person that's doing it, so they're getting whatever substance that they're doing and giving it to you. They're not telling you, hey, you could possibly die. My rear would get super inflamed and it would get very hard and very hot, and it was very scary." When speaking about her transformation, she said she got tired of having the surgery look because she feels that it's no longer flattering and that it totally changed her face. She said, "I don't know why I even did the fillers. I did it because everyone was doing it. Let this be a lesson. I did it when I was so young. I didn't even give my body time to fully develop." While China says that she's become a born-again Christian. Now moving on to Simon Cowell. In 2022, Simon Cowell told The Sun, "There was a stage where I might have gone a bit too far with fillers. I saw a picture of me from before the other day and I didn't recognize it was me first of all. Eric, my son, was in hysterics. Enough was enough. There's no filler in my face at all now. 0. But then shortly after this interview, he was unrecognizable again because he got fillers. Again. Now fans have pointed it out and now experts are weighing in. Renowned celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Ratman Kassir, who has not worked on the X Factor judge, suspects that his tight and swollen face is due to a combination of fillers and some kind of lift. He just looks like he has way too much volume in his face, which is usually way too much filler in his face, he said. Just block the normal drainage and you get really full face and tight face, as if you stuck a needle in it, it would pop. Kassir points out that he also believes telltale signs that Cowell has indeed gone under the knife are the positions of his eyebrows, cheeks, jawline, and neck. The celebrity looks nothing like he did at the beginning of his judging career, and he looks like a completely different person. On to Kristen Davis. In 2023, Kristen Davis told The Telegraph, "I have done fillers and it's been good. I've done fillers and it's been bad. I've had to get them dissolved and I've been ridiculed relentlessly, and I have shed tears about it." Now in 2021, the "And Just Like That" actress dissolved her cosmetic fillers after facing endless criticism online for using fillers and Botox. "It's hard to be confronted with your younger self at all times," she told the UK's The Telegraph last June. "It's a challenge to remember that you don't have to look like that. The internet wants you to, but they also don't want you to. They're very conflicted." Now she wanted to explain that rather than blaming the surgeons, people blamed her for the filters not looking good. "People personally blame us when it goes wrong," she said, adding, "No one told me it didn't look good for the longest time, but luckily I do have good friends who did say something eventually." Now we have Kylie Jenner. Now back in 2015, Kylie Jenner was accused of getting lip fillers. Now her and her family always denied it, and she even once tweeted in a since deleted tweet, "These plastic surgery rumors hurt my feelings, to be honest, and are kinda insulting." Then after denying it for months, she finally came clean and acknowledged that she had fillers. She said, "I have temporary lip fillers, it's just an insecurity of mine." Now she revealed in a September 2017 episode of Life of Kylie that she decided to modify her appearance after a former boyfriend told her, "I didn't think you'd be a good kisser because you have such small lips." Now this was the first time a member of this family confessed to having some sort of plastic surgery, and the internet went wild. Then in July 2018, a fan commented on Kylie's Instagram that she looks like the old Kylie. Kylie then replied, "I got rid of all my filler," but however, in October 2018, Kylie confirmed via Instagram that she resumed getting lip fillers. Now recently, people have been calling out Kylie's looks. At the beginning of January this year, she looked unrecognizable. Now the comments came pouring in, with one person saying, "What did Kylie Jenner do to her face? I just read she's only 26, but she looks old as hell here." Now she looks nothing like her old self anymore. Then there's Yolanda Hadid. Yolanda Hadid is a model, so of course she had some filler and Botox. Now things went too far with her though, and in a 2019 Instagram post she said, 55 and smiling from the inside out, finally back to the original 1964. Living in a body free of breast implants, fillers, Botox, extensions, and all the BS I thought I needed in order to keep up with what society conditioned me to believe what a sexy woman should be like, until the toxicity of it all almost killed me. It took me many years of undoing some bad choices I made for myself before I finally found the freedom to sustainable internal beauty and acceptance of what is the best version of myself by nobody's standards but my own, she said. Now she had breast implants but had them removed in 2015 after doctors discovered one implant had ruptured and was leaking silicone into her chest cavity, which she says was aggravating her Lyme disease symptoms. Now let's talk about Dana Delaney. Actress Dana Delaney got Botox and it did not go to plan. She said, 7 years ago I'd never heard of Botox, my dermatologist was saying you should try it. He injected my forehead, hit a nerve, and created a huge hematoma. Now the nerve has been dead ever since. It affected the muscle in my right eye, so my eye has started to droop a little bit, she said. Now the experience left her wary of plastic surgery, which makes sense, and she's impressed by women in Hollywood who shun it. I wouldn't do it, no. My hat's off to Jamie Lee Curtis, she's so smart, she doesn't dye her hair or anything, and Meryl Streep still looks like herself, Diane Keaton too. I think the really great actresses don't worry about that kind of thing, she said. Now it's safe to say she won't be trying Botox or any other kind of plastic surgery anytime soon. Up next is Melanie Griffith. Melanie Griffith admitted to having plastic surgery, but after she was criticized, she apparently had the procedure reversed. Now Melanie had discussed the downside of experimenting with cosmetic surgery in recent years by saying she didn't know how addicted she had become to plastic surgery until people started saying, oh my god, what has she done? Now in 2017 she admitted, I had surgery 20 years ago, then about 7 years ago I started doing injections. I think I must have been allergic to it. I went to a different doctor and he started dissolving all the that this other woman doctor had put in. Hopefully I look more normal now. Now some people think she still had other procedures because she does not look like herself, but it seems like she won't be coming clean about that anytime soon. And finally we have Lil' Kim. Sources close to Lil' Kim say that she spent over $19,000 to bleach her skin, get a nose job, and alter her cheekbones. Now in an interview in 2005, Lil' Kim admitted to getting several nose jobs done, and back in the day, Kim was one of the first hip-hop artists to undergo plastic surgery. It was widely speculated that she had undergone breast augmentation, chin and cheek fillers, and an eye lift. And speaking about why she wanted to alter her face in the same interview, she added, I think I did it because I was a little too vain at the time. I was trying to be perfect, I'm a perfectionist, adding that she was a bit extensive when it came to surgery sometimes. Looking at her past photos, there is definitely a huge difference between her face, and she doesn't even look like her old self. Dr. Jennifer Levine, a board-certified plastic surgeon, said that it's clear that there's been some skin bleaching, and added that Kim has probably had her eyes done as well. But the biggest differences, according to Jennifer, are to her jawline. She could have had Botox injections under the jaw for a more chiseled look, she told Us Weekly. And in case it's not obvious, Kim probably had filler injected into her cheeks. Yeah, Lil' Kim looks nothing like how she did at the beginning of her career at all.
Number 10. Kim Basinger. The 69-year-old actress and former model's face has looked suspiciously smooth and wrinkle-free in recent years, leaving many to believe that she's had a lot of work done. Well, a few years ago, a plastic surgeon named Dr. Omar Tillo weighed in to Express, and he said that he thinks she received Botox, cat eye surgery, and dermal fillers. He claimed that if you look at previous photos, you can see apparent lines and wrinkles around Kim's eyes, and these can be treated with anti-wrinkle injectables such as Botox. She also has clear lines around her mouth, which could be the result of being smoothed out with dermal fillers. Kim's skin also seems much fresher with a more even complexion, and this could be due to several factors such as laser treatments, but a second expert named Reza Nizab agreed and added that he believes she might have also had some kind of a fat transfer or a facelift. Now this could explain the almond-shaped eyes hidden behind these massive cheeks. Back in 2012, Kim's daughter, Ireland, insisted that her mother had never received any plastic surgery while calling her the most naturally beautiful woman there ever was or will be. Ladies, if you want to avoid Botox and other skin treatments, just listen to her mom. She hasn't had one treatment done because she stayed completely out of the sun all of those years, Ireland wrote in an Instagram comment. Kim herself was never addressed the speculation surrounding her looks, but just look at her and it's pretty obvious. Number 9. Courtney Cox. Friends star was speaking with UK Sunday Times Style magazine ahead of the launch of her new comedy horror TV show Shining Vale, in which she plays a depressed novelist who moves from New York City to rural Connecticut with her family. Cox herself is facing up to the fact that she's not far off of 60, and she admitted that she initially tried to fight aging with all kinds of cosmetic treatments, but eventually realized that she had gone crazy and is now trying to age gracefully. Despite her global superstar status, Cox said her confidence was dented a few years ago after shooting a pilot for a series that was never produced. Thankfully, the treatments she received could be removed, her face filler slowly dissolved, and it would appear that she's decided to steer clear of any more cosmetic situations, proven by her role in the new Scream series, where she really does not look all that different from her days on Friends. Number 8. Madonna. What is there to say about this woman's career? Madonna has been stuck in our heads since we first heard hits like Material Girls and Crazy for You. Now, what may have also gotten stuck in your head was just how gorgeous this woman once was. In the 1980s, Madonna was well known for her stylish duds and big blonde hair, and at times channeled some serious Marilyn Monroe energy. It was unfortunate then that Madonna felt the need to fall into the world of plastic surgery and injections as she got older. Photo comparisons from the 1980s to now showcase these major changes, with her forehead appearing to be pushed out, as well as her cheeks and her lips being filled with enough Botox to give her the appearance of someone wearing a silicone mask of Madonna over their own face. What's more is combined work seems to have molded her eyes into the almond shape of a cat. She just looks kind of funny in pictures. Fans have always been left wondering what she may have looked like had she never gotten any surgery. Would she still be a material girl, or would the material be riddled with stain? Number 7. Selena Gomez. The former Wizards of Waverly Place star has been dodging surgery rumors left and right forever. Fans have noticed her face changing over the years though, and side-by-sides from her Disney days show drastic changes in her facial features. Not only does she clearly have some kind of cheek filler going on, but her eyes are much more cat-like than they originally were. Selena has admitted to using skincare products in the past to redesign or enhance features without the need of invasive surgery. However, no foundation on the planet can give Selena the features that she currently possesses. It comes as no surprise that Selena is actually a spokesperson for several beauty and cosmetic brands, and has adamantly denied that she's received any kind of major surgery over the years. She's been shutting down rumors left and right for a long time, even deleting photos from Instagram because she received such massive slews of negative comments. While it's never been confirmed if she's actually received any work, just watch her on screen these days and it's enough to prove to you that young Alex Russo that we once knew has vanished into thin air. Number 6. Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman has admitted that she regretted using Botox to battle the signs of aging. The Australian actress confessed that she did indeed use the cosmetic injections, but said that it was an unfortunate step in her beauty regime, adding that she was glad to regain some of the movement in her face. She recounts getting Botox at one point and claimed that it had unfortunately left her face looking disfigured, ultimately opting out of another jab. She claims to have hated the way that she looked when first receiving the shots, very quickly realizing what a mistake she had made. She claims that her beauty comes from a natural place outside of this, saying in interviews that she is not one to advocate for plastic surgery. She claims to use sunscreen, does not use any illegal substances, and she takes care of herself. Hey, if I had millions of dollars, I might drink a smoothie and hire a trainer too, but I don't know. Number 5. Ariana Grande. Ariana. Now, it should be no surprise to learn that Ariana Grande is not 100% clean, clear, beautiful cover girl, okay? The Salmon Cat star and world famous musician dropped some truth during her Vogue Beauty Secrets tutorial a few weeks ago. Grande shared with the world that she has had a ton of Botox and lip fillers over the years, but that she was ready to go back to the way that she looked. For a long time, she was getting regular injections and surgeries, but according to Ariana herself, she stopped seeking those treatments in 2018. She claimed that she felt like she was hiding herself from the world, and she was tired of being hidden behind a fake layer of herself. She went on to say that the decision to stop was also motivated by her wishing to see her natural features again, like her smile lines. Now, she said that she may get a facelift in 10 years or so down the line, but compared to the invasiveness of Botox, that should be a chill Tuesday for her. Number 4. Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian is one of many people from the Kardashian crew that I could have chosen for this list, but unlike her sisters, Khloe's actually opened up to fans about her cosmetic surgery journey, revealing her only regret was having a nose job. For years, Keeping Up with the Kardashian fans had questioned whether Khloe had any work done on her face, and during the show's reunion special last year, she confirmed that she had cosmetic surgery. She'd apparently been hesitant to share the information with her fans, as she claimed the world is a bit too easy to set off, and that people would more than likely bombard her with backlash, which is exactly what happened. After revealing the truth, she was blasted with questions left and right, like who, what, when, where, why. According to Khloe, the main reason she wanted to try something different was because she was tired of being compared to her siblings all the time. The Kardashian clan is large and filled with basically one of every kind of crazy, but Khloe has maintained that she regrets trying to alter herself just to be different than her sisters. Number 3. Cardi B. Cardi B has never been coy about the plastic surgery procedures that she's had done. During an Instagram live in December 2022, she talked about a procedure that she had done to her butt years ago and gave her followers a word of advice while doing so. Following the birth of her son Wave in September of 2021, Cardi B said that people thought she had work done when in reality she got a surgery in August to have 90% of her bipolymer bum injections removed, so something she already had done got taken out. She went on to say that you should do your research and listen to your doctors, not just with bum injections but also Brazilian bum lifts and all other plastic and cosmetic surgeries. In 2019, the rapper got candid about having to cancel and postpone shows because she needed time to recover from liposuction. On Twitter, she talked about having to miss work for 2 weeks because of, well, that. The same year, Cardi also told Entertainment Tonight that she had a chest lift after giving birth to her daughter Culture and was unhappy with needing to take the time off. So Cardi's biggest problem isn't that, she's getting all these procedures, but the recovery time it seems to take. Well, that's too bad for her, because surgeries are a lot and it's fair that it takes a while to recover. Number 2. Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen has no issues when it comes to being open about what plastic surgery procedures she's had done. The 35-year-old model recently took to her Instagram story to show off the results of the cosmetic surgery procedures that she revealed she underwent. Buccal fat removal is one of the specific and biggest ones. But the goal of buccal fat removal is to thin your cheeks, specifically in the areas of the cheek hollows. While she claims that the removal was a success and that she could see the results, the aftermath of the situation left her on the other side of the argument. She was candid about this procedure, and many were still questioning how she got these cheeks so perfect. Speculation started running wild, with people claiming to know for a fact that Chrissy had fillers. In fact, there was an entire YouTube channel dedicated to proving this woman was made of silicone. She addressed the rumors online and claimed that she did in fact receive the aforementioned solutions, but she denied the claims that she received any kind of cheek fillers. Instead, she made it known that she was not an advocate for body morphing, claiming that the only time it should ever be done is for medical purposes. Number 1. Jocelyn Wildenstein. This New York socialite is not a stranger to the world of media. Ever since the mid-90s, she's been famous around the world as being a literal cat woman, having received so much plastic surgery that she now looked like a cat. Well, that's what people say. I think she looks more like a lion, but lion woman doesn't have as nice of a ring to it. Her journey started with the titular cat eye lift surgery, but it was just the first in many steps to get her this perfect face. According to her friends and family, however, the surgeries were intended to not give her a Barbie-like face, but that of a lynx, which she apparently had as a pet. While she was famous for a long time, it was the photos that were shared following her divorce from her husband Alec that really made her famous. Most of the attention was of course drawn to her looks, and she was quickly dubbed the Catwoman by the entire world. Despite being worth millions of dollars, Jocelyn has faced financial struggles over the past few years, and at one point she was even sued by American Express for owing them $70,000 in credit. Her cat eyes may be trapped behind a massive layer of plastic and silicone, but they will always be the first step taken down her rocky road.
Starting off our list today at number 10, we have Kylie Jenner. Back in 2015, it seems like nobody could stop talking about Kylie Jenner's lips, and her lips even started a challenge on social media that caused some serious damage to a ton of faces worldwide. In the following months, Kylie would then finally admit to getting lip filler done, and later on she would admit that she went a little crazy with her lip injections when she sat down for an interview with Allure magazine, which was conducted by her older sister Kim Kardashian. In the interview, Kylie would tell her older sister, "Well, I definitely made my lips a little too big at one point. I got excited and felt like I needed to do a lot." And then you guys were like, "Kylie, you need to chill." After Kylie did realize that she went a little too far with the filler, she did go back to have it fixed, and then she would say it was a crazy process, but she was thankful that she didn't end up botched. Number 9. Khloe Kardashian. At one point in time, Khloe Kardashian was looking a little crazy as she went a little too overboard on her face fillers. She even once told MTV that she had given up on getting fillers. Once, when she told the media outlet, "I look crazy when I had fillers and I still think the effects are in there. I went to have it all dissolved like 3 times. Despite all the mess she faced when she had the fillers done, she was extremely still into the idea of having surgery done. As in 2016, she told Cosmopolitan US, "You think plastic surgery should be viewed almost like makeup because we're all putting on an effing mask basically every day." But maybe she just said this so everyone would stop exposing the family for having multiple procedures done and lying to the public about it. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming in number 8, we have Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox's career started to take off after she was cast as Monica on the hit NBC sitcom Friends back in the 1990s. However, she's been raising eyebrows ever since she started to get more work done on her face. Courtney has also admitted that her fillers got to a point where she wasn't aware of how strange her face was beginning to look, and when she did, it prompted her to slow down with all of the face fillers. She then sat down with OK Learned and would tell the media outlet, "There was a time when you go, oh, I'm changing. I'm looking older, and I tried to chase that youthfulness for years. And I didn't realize, oh shucks, I'm actually looking really strange with injections and doing stuff to my face that I would never do now." While the actor has tried to go back and dissolve all the filler, it has truly left her face looking unrecognizable, but hey, at least she's able to move it now. Number 7. Lady Gaga. It seems like Lady Gaga seems to be back on her facial injection grind after fans pointed out that she looked noticeably different at the 2022 Grammy Awards. It's not really shocking that she has continued to fill her face with fillers, however, as back in 2013, the Born This Way songstress previously has been pretty open about her obsession with fillers when she revealed to the media outlet OK, "I was really obsessed with getting facial injections at one point." Lady Gaga's obsession became so much, her photographer friends even had to sit her down and tell her, "Gaga, I love you, but if you don't stop injecting stuff in your face, I'm just going to off you." One time she even had to cover up her face during a performance because even she knew her face not being able to move looked a little creepy, and she admitted to it on stage in the process. Number 6. Donatella Versace. It seems like Donatella Versace has become a major conversation not only for her designs but also for her botched looking appearance. On top of a really bad facelift, it's clear that the star has also had problems with overdoing it with fillers not only on her lips but also in her cheeks. After she's been made fun of by almost every media outlet for her appearance, she would just stop going under the knife to keep up with a more youthful appearance, but even today she continues to go and get fillers injected into her face. To the point now she's completely unrecognizable, but hey, at least her designs are still fire, that's all that really matters, right? Number 5. Jessica Simpson. While Jessica Simpson has been pretty open when it comes to plastic surgery, fans have been skeptical over the alleged work she has done to her face in recent years. In 2006, Jessica would even tell Glamour magazine that she had gotten lip fillers and she didn't end up liking how they looked, so then she just let them fade away. With the procedures looking pretty botched, even Jessica would say that they looked fake to her and she didn't like that. After messing up her lips, you would think she would have learned her lesson about using fillers, but then in 2021, the blonde babe sparked concern once again after she posted a selfie on her Instagram where she looked completely unrecognizable to her fans. Her comments then started to get a little selfish when fans started to comment things like, "Girl, you look too plastic, she totally messed up her face," and it makes you think, will we ever live in society that chooses girls to love their natural beauty, or will fake always be called beautiful? Number 4. Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen has never been the one to shy away from the truth when it comes to cosmetic work, as she has had multiple procedures done over the years. In 2017, she even started to poke fun at herself by admitting, "Everything about me is fake except for my cheeks." She then went on to point to her forehead, her nose, her lips, while admitting they're all fake, and that she even had Botox injected into her armpits so she could stop her excessive sweating. Does that even work? Even today, it seems like Chrissy can't even stop having work done to her face, as she's ended up altering her face again by going under a procedure to have her fat removed from her cheeks, which she has told her followers she has no shame about, but she really should have some type of shame about it because she be looking scary out here now. Number 3. Heidi Montag. In 2010, the Hill star Heidi Montag started to make headlines after she underwent 10 cosmetic surgeries in a day. With having liposuction and work done on her chest, she topped everything off by getting fillers done to her face and lips, and in the process she ended up looking like a botched version of Barbie. Heidi has since discussed her strong regrets about undergoing the procedures when she sat down for an interview in 2019. And in the interview she would say, "I do look back and go, wow, that's a big thing I did, and I should have thought about it longer. That was an intense decision to make at such a young age." And if you should take anything from Heidi's mistake, then it should be that before you go and get anything done, you should think about it and maybe talk to a surgeon before you ruin your face, as once you get work done you can't undo the effects, as it will last a lifetime. Coming in number 2, we have Madonna. Madonna's face has been the hot topic of discussion lately, as it's clear she lives in her own realm when it comes to plastic surgery. And with the Material Girl singer being all over TikTok showing off her new look, some fans have become really concerned, as they've started to point out that recently she looks a little too much like a boiled egg. A New York plastic surgeon named Dr. Steve Ballack even previously told OK that the Queen of Pop's face seems to have a lot of issues. Starting from the top, she has a bunch of Botox, so her forehead doesn't move at all. Her cheeks are way too filled with the filler, and she might have had buccal fat pad reduction to narrow her face too. The lips are almost too out of proportion and too big for her face. The internet has been coming for Madonna, but it's at the point where I feel like she does it on purpose just so she can stay relevant in the media. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman once admitted to being addicted to Botox before she came to the realization that the freezing effects from it were taking the life out of her face. When the actress sat down for an interview with Huffington Post, she would tell the media outlet that she did once try Botox, but it took her a while to realize it wasn't for her, and that she has since gotten out of it. And since stopping the procedures, she has actually finally been able to move her face again. But it seems like she has had more than just Botox done to her face, as it's looking a little too sculpted and puffy in certain places to suggest that she also had fillers. And it's clear that she won't stop using them, as her face just keeps looking a little too uneven.
Number 10, Kendall Jenner. Now, there have been rumors about the Kardashian crew getting cosmetic surgery since the moment that they first appeared on screen. Each and every member of this family has been accused of having either a nose job or cheek fillers, but Kendall has one noticeable difference that stands out from the rest of her family. In side-by-sides, Kendall's eyes are actually larger than they once were, as well as more almond-shaped. Several doctors have chimed in online and claimed that there's no way she could achieve this look just by using makeup, unless, there's some special magical substance that yanks your face back, which probably exists, but it's suspicious, which is basically what a ponytail facelift is, so it's really the only real explanation. Number 9, Selena Gomez. The former Wizards of Waverly Place star has been dodging surgery rumors left and right for a very long time. Fans have noticed her face changing over the years. Side-by-sides from her Disney days till now show drastic changes in her facial features. Not only does she clearly have some kind of cheek fillers, but her eyes are a lot more cat-like than the original form. Selena has admitted to using skincare products in the past, designated to enhance features without the need of invasive surgeries. However, no foundation on this earth can give Selena the features that she currently has. It comes as no surprise to learn that Selena is actually a spokesperson for several beauty and cosmetic brands, and has adamantly denied that she has received any major surgeries over the years. She's been shutting down rumors left and right for a very long time, even deleting photos from her Instagram because they received such massive slews of negative comments. Now, while it's never been confirmed if she's actually received any kind of work, just watching her on screen is enough to prove that the young Alex Russo that a lot of people grew up with has vanished into thin air. Number 8, Bella Hadid. Bella is actually one of the main reasons that this surgery is becoming so popular. When you compare photos of Bella 10 years ago to the ones that are taken this year, it is night and day. Not only have her cheeks noticeably shrunken and become more toned, but her eyes are a lot more almond-shaped, and Bella was one of the first people to openly admit to receiving this treatment as a way to further enhance her already obvious beauty. Bella has been drenched in plastic surgery rumors for a long time, and in 2018 she clapped back at her so-called haters, telling them that she was horrified of what plastic surgery could do to her face. While this ponytail surgery is not the most extreme surgery there is, it's still an invasive one, and it's one of the more sensitive areas of your face to take care of, but that's okay as long as nothing gets, injected into your eyeballs, right? Everything's fine. Number 7, Nicki Minaj. When it comes to Nicki Minaj and plastic surgery, she only has one response. What's good, Miley? No, she denies it. Rumors have been flying around since the moment she first appeared on our screens and stages, and over the years fans claim to have inside information that Nicki has received cheek implants both on her face and on her backside, with one of her closest friends turning on her in 2013 and claiming that she was given the 411 on the big old buns. But as with many things involved with her looks, Nicki denies any enhancements of any kind. However, it doesn't take a super sleuth to realize that she has totally received some kind of work, right? Whether it's plastic surgery or not, she just looks different. Side by sides show that Nicki didn't have these naturally almond eyes like she has now when she first appeared on our screens. She may have never confirmed the surgery with her lips, but most certainly did with her face, because it looks different. Number 6, Ariana Grande. We have accepted that the former Nickelodeon star may have had some subtle procedures such as fillers, maybe some rhinoplasty. The jury's still out on whether she had a nose job, as Ariana has never confirmed this and actually went as far as denying it on Twitter, although she does have a habit of sometimes editing her nose on Instagram, so who knows? We can't ignore the changes that we've seen this year. The singer has been rumored to have even more cosmetic surgeries towards the end of this year, causing her to look unrecognizable. The redhead that we loved on Victorious and Sam and Cat seems like a totally different person. Ariana's eyes are more almond shaped, she has dimples in her cheeks when she smiles, and she never used to have. Ariana has never confirmed if she's received surgery or not, but the face that we know and love is hidden behind a new Ariana. Number 5, Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger is a former model whose face has looked suspiciously smooth and wrinkle-free in recent years, leaving many to believe that she has had some kind of work done. A few years ago, a plastic surgeon named Dr. Omar Tillo weighed in on it to express, and he said that he thinks that she's received Botox, cat eye surgery, and dermal fillers. He claims that if you look at previous photos, you can see apparent lines and wrinkles around Kim's eyes, and these could be treated with anti-wrinkle injectables like Botox. She has also clear lines around her mouth area, which could be the result of being smoothed out with dermal fillers. Kim's skin is also much fresher and has more of a complexion. This could be due to several factors like laser treatments. A second expert named Reza Nazab agreed and added that he believed that she might have also had a fat transfer or a facelift. This could explain the almond-shaped eyes behind the massive cheeks. Back in 2012, Kim's daughter, Ireland Baldwin, insisted that her mother had not received any plastic surgery, while calling her the most naturally beautiful woman that there ever was or will be. Ladies, if you want to avoid any Botox, any other skin treatments, just listen to Ireland's mom. She hasn't had one treatment done because she stayed completely out of the sun all those years. She wrote it on an Instagram post. Kim herself has never addressed speculation surrounding her looks. Number 4, Catherine Zeta-Jones. When she attended the premiere of Entrapment in June 1999, she had the beginnings of crow's feet, especially when she smiled. But as the years went by, it seemed like those crow's feet vanished into thin air. And by the time this past year rolled around, she made a return to the mainstream, starring as Morticia Addams in the Netflix series Wednesday. She was a completely different human being, according to fans. Her skin was so smooth and her eyes were smaller than they once were, looking exactly like you would picture a person with fresh cat eye surgery to look like. Catherine was rumored to have received surgery after she was photographed entering a clinic in Beverly Hills, and she never confirmed that she received this specific surgery, but it's impossible to hide the obvious changes in the shape and face conditions. Number 3, Lil' Kim. For the past 25 years, she's been pushing the boundaries as a female rapper and breaking records. Lil' Kim's also considered to have pioneered mainstream love-positive feminism in hip-hop and has carved a path for many contemporary artists like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Cash Doll. In addition to her unique sound and lyrical matters, she's known for her breathtaking, flamboyant fashion style and advocacy work for various causes. However, the American rapper served as an unforgettable MTV moment that made heads turn a few years ago. It's tough to deny her natural presence and beauty. After her lip surgery and a series of facial surgeries, she became unrecognizable to fans. Literally, people at her concerts were like, "Hey, who's that?" This speaks volumes, especially in front of the people who adore you the most. It also means that Lil' Kim had too much work done. Staying relevant in the scene can be challenging as more female rappers rise to fame. Unfortunately, Lil' Kim's attempts to fix her perceived natural flaws took her commanding presence and gorgeous looks away. Number 2, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay got her big break when Disney casted her to play 2 roles in the classic family comedy The Parent Trap. She played twin sisters Hallie Parker and Annie James, who randomly meet at a summer camp and discover their parents split them up when they were babies. The twins then hatch a plot to get mom and dad back together, and it is a great movie. I love it so much. Her career only seemed to rise from there, starring in cult classics like Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Mean Girls as, the main character, Cathy Heron. Unfortunately, her character took a step in the wrong direction when she was arrested in 2007 for driving under the influence of a controlled substance, for which she served 84 minutes in jail. Yes, minutes. Some people spend years in jail, but Lindsay got a little warning because she's Lindsay Lohan. Until 2022, her career was at an abrupt standstill, and she decided to take that time to make some cosmetic adjustments. She got some work done to herself, and the little Lindsay that we grew up with is now trapped behind a thin layer of silicone. Number 1, Cardi B. Cardi B has never been coy about the plastic surgery procedures that she's had done. During an Instagram Live in December 2022, she talked about a procedure she had done to her butt years ago, and it gave her followers a word of advice while doing so. Following the birth of her son, Wave, in 2021, Cardi B said that people thought she had work done when in reality she had gotten surgery in August to have 95% of her bipolymer bum injections removed. She went on to say that you should do your research and listen to doctors, and not just with, injections, but also anything involving your rear and all the other plastic surgeries and cosmetic surgeries as well. Like, really, just double check your sources, people. In 2019, the rapper got candid about having to cancel and postpone shows because of the need to recover from liposuction. And on Twitter, she talked about having to miss work for 2 weeks because of it. That same year, Cardi also told Entertainment Tonight that she had a chest lift after giving birth to her daughter, Culture, and was unhappy with needing to take time off. So Cardi's biggest thing is not that the procedures are bad themselves, but with the recovery time that it seems to take. Well, fear no more, Instalift is probably on its way, which is, I don't know, maybe that's a thing. I'm not a scientist.